Hey, what is going on guys, it's Tharshey and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be having a look at the best Velyn build in Call of Dragons. So hope you guys do enjoy the video, and if you do, please do drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn those post notifications. Anyway, let's get straight into it. So first thing we're going to have to do is look at Velyn's skills, then we're going to go into his talents. Afterwards we'll have a look at good pairings for him, followed finally by the best recommended artifacts. So if we have a look at Velyn, you can see he's a magic type commander, he's a PvP commander, and he is a control commander. So control is a really good tree, PvP never hurts, and magic's also pretty great. But yeah, let's have a look at his skills. So his first skill is Frozen Star. This is his main skill. It's got a rage cost of 1000, and basically it does 1200 damage factor. So it deals hero skill damage to 2 surrounding legions. So that is 2400 damage at max if there are 2 legions there. And it inflicts freeze, which reduces their mass speed by 20% for 3 seconds. So that is pretty good, because if it's an enemy legion closing in on you, they're going to be closing in on you 20% slower for the next 3 seconds after being hit, which is great. It's going to give you more time to do damage as you are a ranged unit, and each additional target reduces the damage dealt to each target. Okay, so damage does drop off a little bit for each new target that he's hitting. His next skill is Perfection of Form. This is while in the field, Velyn's Legion deals 15% more hero skill damage, aka so long as Velyn is deployed and he's fighting is not like in a structure or something, then he is going to be doing 15% more hero skill damage, which is, that's insane. It's just a flat 15% boost to skill damage, which, you know, mages are damage dealers. They don't rely on their troops that much. They themselves are the damage dealers. It also gives them a mod speed bonus of 20%, which is brilliant. This helps when you're fighting behemoths. You know, it makes your mages that much quicker so you can dodge abilities and stuff, and in PvP, mod speed is always super important. His third skill is Bitter Cold. All magic units in Velyn's Legion gain at max gain 10% hero skill crit rate and 15% defense. So the magic unit defense is nice. It just makes you a bit more tankier, allows you to survive a bit longer, and the hero skill crit rate bonus is good if you're hitting crits. So you may want to go for a crit build with this, though. I mean, Lilia actually has a really good thing, but we'll get more into that a bit later, guys. I don't want to get sidetracked here, but yeah, hero skill crit rate bonus is very interesting. Okay. Finally, we have Icy Interdiction, passive skill. When in battle, Velyn has a 20% chance to inflict magic defense break. Well, yeah, at max, it's 20% chance to magic defense break and freeze on the targets, and that reduces their magic defense by a total of 20% when maxed out, and their march speed by 20% for 3 seconds. So when you're in battle, there's a 20% chance to inflict magic defense break and freeze. Okay, if that 20% activates, what happens to the target? They reduce their magic defense by 20%, which means you're going to be doing more damage, and you decrease their march speed by 20%, which means they're going to be even slower if they're trying to escape from you or if they're trying to come towards you to attack. His final skill, which is when he's awakened. When casting a raid skill on a target that is frozen, Velyn deals additional hero skill damage 400 and removes the target's frozen effect. So if a target is already frozen from one of his other skills and you activate his he activates his hero skill damage, so his first skill, then it will deal an extra 400 damage, which is just insane. It just adds up his damage even more. So really good skills. Velyn has amazing skills. Now let's go over and look at his talent tree. So the recommended build, well, for me, I like his control tree build the most because it's pretty unique, and if you just want pure magic damage or something, you can always put that on your Lilia. You don't need to put on Velyn. So this is going to be the talent build that I recommend, though I will also give you an alternate talent build. So actually, let me go over to campaign, Roots of War, Battle Sync, and Heroes. Click on Velyn, click on talents, and there we go. So this is when he's maxed out, right? So first you're going to go for the 3 foundation talents: overall attack, overall speed, and overall health. Always go for those foundation talents on pretty much any commander. Then you're going to go with backstabber next, obviously that's his main thing. And then you're going to go down the control tree. So for the control tree, you're going to go overall speed. That's going to give you 10% more mod speed for your units. Followed that up with overall attack, which increases the attack of your legion's units by 2%. That's better than all conquering. Taking less normal attack damage, I mean, that's slightly helpful, but honestly, you're a mage, you don't really care about that, okay? You just want to deal as much damage as you can, as quickly as you can. And Last Word also doesn't help that much for that. So overall attack is where it's at. You're going to follow that up with head held high, and this is because you're going to get some rage generation. So launching a normal attack has a 10% chance to grant your Legion 50 rage. The more rage you generate, the quicker you activate his main skill. The more you activate his main skill, the more damage you're going to be doing, because that main skill does up to 2400 damage. If he's awakened, there's an extra 400 damage that can also be applied, so you want to activate his main skill as much as you can. So head held high is where it's at. You're going to follow that up with Soul Siphon, which is absolutely insane. I love this skill. So counter attacks. So every time you counter attack, you have a 10% chance to steal 40 rage from the enemy Legion. So if, I know it's only 10%, right? But if this goes off, you are stealing 40 rage from the enemy Legion. You're going to be increasing your own rage by 40, which means you're going to be able to cast your skills faster, and you're going to be slowing down the enemy Legion. So if they were about to cast a skill and you just stole 40 rage, well, now they're no longer. Now they're going to have to regen that rage so that they can actually go and cast that skill. So Soul Siphon is definitely where it's at. Cyclone Steel, when casting rage skill, yeah, it's not bad, you know, but you already have so much of slow on enemy legions from your hero skills, you don't need that. So just don't bother with that. Go for Soul Siphon instead. You're going to follow this up with Blindside, 5 points into there. When your legion enters battle, they slow the target legion, reducing their march speed by 30% for 10 seconds. So when you enter a battle with another legion, I know there's two skills that already reduce speed by like 20% each, but yeah, this is a guaranteed slow. You go into battle, enemy legion, 30% slower for 10 seconds. If they're trying to run towards you, they're going to be doing that 30% slower, which means you're going to be able to get a lot more damage off. And if they want to escape, well, they've just gotten slowed down a whole lot, so they're probably not going to be able to escape, not with the range that a mage has. So go for Blindside. You're going to follow this up with Ambush. When your legion launches a normal attack, they have a 10% chance to inflict defense break on the target legion, reducing their defense by 5% for 5 seconds. So as you can see, we're going for a lot of stuff that debuffs the enemy. So you're going to follow that up with Sage. So your legion has a 50% chance to gain synergy every time they inflict a debuff effect on an enemy legion. Now you see why we want all those debuff effects. So 50% chance to gain synergy, right? Every time we inflict a debuff effect, and boom, we have a debuff effect here. We have a debuff effect here. Where else? And then also, you know, we have debuff effects from our hero skills itself. So this increases hero skill damage dealt by 5% for 10 seconds. So every time we debuff the enemy, we're going to be increasing our own hero skill damage by 5%. So great skill there, you're going to go for that next. We're going to follow this up with Reticent. So when your legion casts a raid skill, they have a 25% chance to silence the target, preventing them from casting raid skills for 2 seconds. There's literally no need to explain why I'm picking this. Every time I cast a raid skill, which, you know, is we try to do as often as we can, which is why we've gone for some rage generation, there's a 25% chance, which is actually pretty decent, to silence the target, preventing them from casting raid skills for 2 seconds. So imagine you fighting an enemy Mage Legion, enemy Lilia Velyn, and you silence them. Well, that's no damage from either the Lilia or the Velyn. You are going to absolutely destroy them. So you definitely want to pick Reticent here. You could pick Autumn Rain. So when casting raid skills, a buff effect is dispelled from the target. This effect can be triggered once every 20 seconds. I mean, I guess dispelling one buff is helpful, but I mean, honestly, it's just not worth it. Reticent is way better, okay? So just go with Reticent. It's the much better answer. Now you're going to go up the PvP tree next. You're going to go for overall attack. Then you're going to go for overall speed, because, you know, more attack is great, more speed is brilliant. You want to be as fast as you can. Then you're going to go for head held high again, more rage generation once again. I'm not 100% sure if both of these head held highs stack, like this one will have a chance to activate and then this one will have a chance to activate or what, but I'm pretty sure it works like that, so you can do this. And then you're going to follow that up with Army of Valor, which increases damage dealt by your legion while in battle by 1% every 10 seconds to a maximum of 3%. It's not the greatest skill, but hey, it's helpful. You can also go Luck of the Draw. When your legion launches a counterattack, they have a 10% chance to reduce all damage taken by 1%, up to a maximum of 3% for 20 seconds. But honestly, if you're going to pick slightly more damage or slightly less damage taken, just go for the more damage dealt, man. You're a Mage Marsh, just do as much damage as you can. Now, there is also the magic tree if you want to go down it. I would probably go this route, though I would probably switch it up a little bit. So let's actually, how do we change this? Okay, you know, let's just go over here, right? And we'll do the magic route over here. So we're going to put 3 points into there, 3 points into there, 3 points into there, backstabber. Now for the magic tree, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go magic HP, all right? So that's going to give you some more HP, which is great to have. Now you could do 1% more normal attack damage, so that's 5% more normal attack damage when launching ranged attacks. You could also go for mod speed, which is very helpful, but I think we go foresight first, because I know mod speed is helpful, but it's a mage march. It's probably not going to be needing to sprint around the map, so I would go foresight. Okay, you could go mod speed if you want. I mean, if you really want, because you're trying to make a really speedy mage march, or maybe you need the extra mod speed for the behemoth you're doing, you could do that, but I don't think you're going to need that. Go for foresight instead. Foresight is a much better idea, right? When casting rage skills, 25% chance to gain 75 rage, which means you cast a rage skill, boom, you gain a whole bunch of rage. You're going to be nearly ready to cast another rage skill. But you can follow that up with magic attack, increase the attack of your magic units, or you can go with intimidation, which I feel is the better idea, because this deals more hero skill damage. And remember, what you want to do, you want to increase hero skill damage dealt, because you're using a mage march. Now you can follow this up with magic maelstrom, which is pretty nice. When your legion consists entirely of magic units, they gain defense penetration before casting rage skills, ignoring 10% of the target's defense for 5 seconds. This is triggered once every 30 seconds. You could go for that, or you go energy boost. And I like to go energy boost because I have seen my Lilia and my Velyn, nuking a stack of units together. So an 8% chance to add an additional target to rage skills that deal damage to multiple targets is great. So instead of hitting 2 people for 1200 damage each with Velyn's main, now you can hit 3 people. So go for this, okay? Now, next up, you can go egoism, right? This is not helpful against behemoths, obviously, but in PvP, this is much more helpful because you're going to be able to, survive much longer. You could also go infantry counter attacks, but I honestly don't think you need to bother with that. So what I would do is, when casting rage skills, your legion has 25% to gain a shield. You can either go Orb of Protection or egoism, okay? I personally think Orb of Protection it's okay-ish, I guess. But egoism is just a lot better, okay? Egoism is a lot better, so I wouldn't recommend really using these two. You see, infantry counter tactics it's kind of good if you're going up against a lot of tanky units, a lot of infantry. You can put points into there, but overall, just go egoism, guys, because egoism is it's a flat 4% less hero skill damage taken. Whether you're fighting infantry, cav, whatever, you're going to take less damage, so go for that. Next, you can follow it up with Wither. When your legion takes skill damage, they have a 50% chance to inflict magic defense break on the target legion, which reduces their magic defense by, well, it goes up, but obviously you would do that. Or you can go chant, so your legion takes more hero skill damage but deals more damage. Or you can take Shelter of Compassion. Shelter of Compassion is an automatic no, so don't bother with that. So you're going to have to decide between Wither and you're going to have to decide between Chant, okay? Chant, yes, you take more damage, but your mages are not meant to be taking damage anyway. So you can do this and take 2.5% more hero skill damage, but also increases your attack by 2.5%. Or you could go Wither, which, is going to increase defense break. So it's up to you. For today, I'm going to just go with Chant, right? Because honestly, my mages are in the back. If they're getting hit, I'm doing something wrong. So, and they're going to die either way. So, taking 2.5% more damage is not going to really make that much of a difference. Now, you can follow this up with Bolts from the Blue if you want, but I prefer Insult to Injury. When your legion is only composed of magic units, they deal 1% more damage through continuous effects. This goes all the way up to 5%, obviously. And this is my preferred, skill to go down. Though you can go Bolt from the Blue if you really want. Cry Havoc, I don't think is worth at all. By that time, like less than 50% unit count, you're not going to be doing much damage anyway, so this is not going to really matter. Now, you can follow this up with Iconoclasm. When your legion is composed entirely of magic units, you deal 2% more hero skill damage for 10 seconds every time you gain a buff effect. And we don't have that many buff effects, I don't think, do we? Yeah, we don't have that many buff effects, but you can go for that if you want, or you can go for Elemental Boost. If your legion consists entirely of magic units, they gain Vigor when casting rage skills, increasing HP by 15% for 4 seconds. This effect can be triggered once every 10 seconds. So, whichever one you want, you can go for it. There's not really too many buff effects. That's the problem. Yeah. So it's really up to you there. For me, oh wait, what is this Velyn? Oh yeah, it is. For me, I'm just gonna go with Iconoclasm. That is fine. There we go. Now, we're going to follow this up with the remaining points either into PvP or control. So, If you go down control, it's going to be the same thing that you did. You're going to go speed, you're going to go attack, you're going to go rage gen, and then you're going to go rage stealing. Or you go, you go attack, you can go speed, you go rage gen, and you can go damage. But I think by far the better choice is to go down the control tree here, and you're going to want to go grab the mod speed, grab the attack, grab the rage generation, if I can click that, there we go. And you're going to grab soul siphon. One remaining point, you can put it wherever the heck you want. I tend to just dump it into magic speed just to get 3% more mod speed over there. But yeah, this is the magic tree talent tree. This is what it'll look like for you. So you guys can pause the video if you guys need to see it. And this is the control tree talent tree if you guys do need to see this. But let's get back, and now we're going to talk about the best pairing. So very simple, the absolute best pairing for Velyn is Lilia. They work really great together. Lilia does a ton of damage. She does 1200 damage each. She can scorch people and do damage via her scorch. Dazzling Inferno is the only useless thing because it's peacekeeping, we don't care about. Deep Burn is great, increases magic unit attack, increases magic unit HP, and you have Witchy Wiles, which when you scorch someone, you can do, it increases the chance of scorching the enemy legions around the target legion, so that's great. And when you awaken her, obviously it just makes her more effective, dealing damage to more targets, etc. But Lilia is pretty great because, you see, there's the skill here, right, that increases your magic unit hero skill crit rate bonus by 10%. And if Lilia is your main, she has this in her talent tree over here, Focus. So when launching a normal attack, your legion has a 10% chance to gain hero skill focus, increasing the hero skill crit rate by 10% for 5 seconds. So this will be 10% over here, plus 10% from Velyn. That is 20%. That is 20% higher chance to gain hero skill crit rate, right? And then this increases the damage of your hero skill crit damage by 15%. So those two talents right there stack really well with Velyn. Plus Lilia herself just deals a ton of damage. So if you want a really good legendary pairing, you can go with Lilia. You're gonna have no problems with that. If you do not have Lilia because you're free to play, I guess, so you just do not have Lilia at all, or if you have her but you don't really want to spend money into upping her her first skill to max or whatever, then your second best choice would be Waldir. Waldir is an ice mage as well, so he's got some pretty good skills here. Not as much damage as you can see, being just an epic, but still. Hero skill damage to the target 2 nearby legions, that's 600 each, so that can be up to 1800 damage. It inflicts gloom, reducing attack by 20%, which is brilliant, it's a debuff effect on the enemy. All magic units have Waldir's Legion, gain 10% magic attack and 10% HP bonus, that's very helpful. Waldir's Legion deals more skill damage, just 15% more skill damage flat bonus, perfect, increases his and Velyn's attack. Icy Veins, when Waldir takes hero skill damage, they receive a shield. This, I guess, just helps you survive a little bit longer, not really helpful, you don't really need this, but I mean, it's a skill, you're gonna have it, so surviving a bit longer, great. And then when you awaken him, so this is just going to increase the amount of legions he can hit. So this is going to increase deals hero skill damage to the target. And instead of 2, it's going to increase it to 3 nearby legions and increases damage to 700. So that is going to be 4 targets hit for 700. That is 7, 14, 21, 28. That is 2800 damage when he's awakened, which is actually pretty great. And it inflicts gloom and freeze, reducing attack and mass speed by 20% for 3 seconds. So Waldir is the second best pairing, but yeah. With Velyn, you either want to pair him with a Lilia or you want to pair him with Waldir. I haven't really bothered looking at an Alwyn pairing or anything because, I mean, you could obviously pair Alwyn with him if you really wanted to, but I wouldn't recommend it, right? Everybody gets Waldir if you're starting as humans, so it's very easy to max him out. So just go Lilia or go for Waldir. Now, in terms of artifacts, what artifacts do you want to use on him? Well, that is going to be very simple. Let's go over here. Go to probability and have a look at the artifacts. So just like Lilia, you're going to want to use the exact same artifacts, right? There's going to be the Phoenix Eye, which is going to be amazing. This increases your magic unit attack and it increases legion attack. So this is going to be 46% more attack damage, which is great. And it's got a brilliant skill, 4000 damage factor, magic damage factor, up to 5 legions, which is absolutely insane. I know each extra target takes 50% less damage, but Phoenix Eye is probably the best thing you can put on it. It's absolutely insane. You could also go Tear of Armin. This is a defensive artifact, and its skill is healing. Not really recommended, but if you don't have anything else, I guess you can go Tear of Auburn, but this is like your last choice, okay? And if you don't have a Phoenix Eye, I would even recommend going Magic Bomb. Okay, Magic Bomb over Tear of Auburn anytime. Magic Bomb gives you 38% more attack, which is great, and it also does 1800 damage to a bunch of legions around you, so that is great as well. Okay, so those are going to be the artifacts, right? First choice is Phoenix Eye, obviously. Second choice is an epic artifact, which is Magic Bomb. Third choice would be Tear of Auburn. And yeah, those are pretty much the only artifacts that are really important to this. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. That is going to be my Velyn build. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comment section. But I have left you guys with 2 trees that you guys can go down for Velyn. I've given you guys 2 options to pair him with, and I have also given you guys the artifacts that you want to use with him. And just quick last thing to say is, if you're running Lilia and Velyn, right? I get this question quite often actually. So if you're running Lilia and Velyn, I would go Lilia as the main and Velyn as the deputy, just because I really like Lilia's Rage Gen tree and also the synergy that she has with the hero skill crit stuff over here in the skill tree. So I would go Lilia as the main. However, that is for group fights. If you're doing a 1v1 for whatever reason, I don't really know why you'd be doing a 1v1, because you tend to always be in massive group fights, which is, Lilia is definitely better there. But if you are going for a 1v1 fight, or you're gonna just be, I don't know, for whatever reason, right? If you are in a 1v1, or if you are a much lower spender, then go for Velyn as your main, because his control tree is nasty. With the amount of debuffs you can inflict on people, it just gets crazy, okay? And if you end up, chain stealing, like silencing them, or, just stealing rage from them, that is great as well. So basically, Lilia if you're more pay to win, right? Or if you're in massive group fights, Velyn if you're more free to play and you just need help to defeat one legion at a time. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.